So Papoose just exposed Remy. He just exposed Remy. Y'all gotta watch this video. I'm gonna react to it. If you haven't saw it, if you have saw it, I'm gonna be giving some good insight to it as well. So just stay tuned. But yeah, in this video, Papoose, he going off. He exposing now. He's sick and tired of all of the games that you know, pass around Patty been playing. So let's get into this video.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back further. When she was away, I visited her all the time. I visited her so much that I feel like I know a lot of the people she was locked up with, because I sat on the visiting floor from 8 in the morning to 3:15 when the visit is over. So through that time, she would just tell me certain situations that was going on in the jail and all of that. Anybody from Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? Anybody who was in Bedford Hills with her, please step to the front. Okay, moving on along. Visited her all the time, so she told me plenty of stories. So I know these people. She had a friend that she was away with, right? Okay. So this is the first time I seen homegirl outside of when they was in the penitentiary together. So I see her at the crib. Okay, she stayed for a couple days. She spent the night. Cool. A little activity was a little weird, but I didn't think nothing of that. Moving on along, she comes back to the crib on another occasion. So this time when she comes to visit the crib, every night when it's time to go to bed, she's telling me, oh, I'm gonna go sleep in the guest room with such and such. I don't even want to say this individual name because I ain't gonna try to give her no clout.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what Papoose is saying is that her friend that came home from prison, right? She came home from prison and she's telling Papoose that she wants to sleep in the other room with the prison inmate. And it sounds like to me you allowed it.
She's a extreme clout chaser. So I don't even want to say her name. So she tells me, I'm going to sleep in the guest room with such and such. I said, okay, that's cool. I sleep in the room by myself. Big ass crib, big ass room, everything. You know what I'm saying? All everything that I bought through the whole crib. All.
See, right here, it sounds like he's trying to, you know, make it sound like, oh, it ain't nothing if she want to sleep in another room. I got a big crib. I got this. I got that. But deep down inside, he wasn't really okay with that. But he wasn't man enough to say nothing about it. You gotta, and I'm not trying to make it seem like Papoose is less than a man. You know, all men, you know, make mistakes or whatever. But in this example, this situation right here, yeah, he was basically being okay with something that he doesn't really feel okay with. As a man, you can't be feeling like that. You got to stand on what it is you believe at all times, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's family ships, business, whatever. You got to stand on whatever it is you think and feel is right.
Utilities in my name, that's another story, but she fabricating. Moving on along, that's documented too, because I've been paying it out the same account for over 15 years, whatever, or more. Moving on along, I sleep in the room by myself. I don't think nothing of it. Next day, same thing. I said, damn, babe, you sleeping in there again? She like, yeah, I'm just staying with such and such, right? I said, all right, cool. Anybody in Bedford Hills, can you please step to the front? So now I'm like, damn, this shit weird. The hell? You feel me? So at this time, I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She hugged me, kissed me, the whole thing. And at this time, I'm trying to be intimate with her. When it's time to go down, she slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night.
What? So she denying? She denying laying down in the bed with you, and then she go right back in the room with her the next day? Hey, it get better. We got a lot more to unpack, y'all. I know I keep pausing it, but I gotta talk my shit, man. For real, I gotta talk my shit. And yeah, this whole situation, it's gonna get better, y'all. So stay tuned. We kind of get it. We get it. She free spirit, a little too free if you ask me. But you allowed it, Papoose. Let's unpack this, right? If we're gonna unpack it, let's unpack it right. Papoose allegedly admitting that Remy Ma wanted to sleep in the same room with her prison friend, and that he was okay with it, isn't just a red flag. That's the whole amusement park of disrespect waving in your face. And what did he do? He smiled, nodded, and said, yeah, go ahead, babe. That's not leadership. That's a silent surrender. Here's the psychology of that kind of decision making. Fear of losing her. Many men, especially those who worship their women potential more than their principles, they will allow illogical decisions because they fear confrontation, or worse, losing access. Letting your woman share a room with another woman she met in prison, that ain't trust. That's emotional submission disguised as open-mindedness. Over time, a man can become conditioned to say yes to things he knows damn well don't make sense, just to keep the peace. This is how boundaries start eroding. First, it's girls' trips you're not invited to. Then it's jailhouse BFFs sharing hotel suites. Next thing you know, she got a second phone and you over here writing poems trying to save the love. Stop it. You are putting image over integrity. Papoose built a public image around loyalty. He held Remy down during her sentence, stood by her like a pillar, but somewhere in that process, he forgot that loyalty is a two-way contract. You can be loyal without being blind. When your woman starts making unconventional choices and you endorse it instead of correcting it, your image becomes a costume. Anytime you allow your woman to make decisions that defy logic, comfort, or respect, especially in front of you, you are simping, man. A real man doesn't control his woman. He leads with principle. And if she can't respect your standards, then what are you really holding on to? Right? Let's get back into it. I just wanted to cook real quick.
I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't add up. You feel me? So, I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time,
He talking about something ain't right here. See, look, once you start excusing dysfunction, she stops respecting your function. She can't respect your whole program if you're going to be just allowing her to do whatever.
I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my...
That's his way of steady. Because Remy Ma, supposedly, she's saying stuff like trying to allude to how he broke. So you notice he keep saying, yeah, we got a long hallway. Yeah, the mirror sits on top of the TV. Like he got all these he's trying to add extravagant things that's not even irrelevant.
My daughter in our room by herself. I said, yo, what the heck? Where the hell she at? So I go up the other side, and when I tell you this is a big clip, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side, I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of pink raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along. I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her.
So she's a hypocrite. Yeah, she's a hypocrite. And one of the main things that she was doing to you was testing your boundaries, and you was just okay with everything. Let's not get it twisted. Women test boundaries. And this is what a lot of men sleep on. Women test boundaries, and see, that's part of the game. But if you keep moving the goalposts just to keep her happy, she's not admiring your flexibility. She's kind of, you know what I'm saying? She kind of clocking your weakness. You can't just be that kind of guy to just be okay, I'm cool with everything. Now, when you say I'm okay with it just to avoid being alone, you're not okay with her actions. You're not okay with yourself. You pretty much simping. And don't get me wrong, the streets is watching. Not to mention, you know, Papoose is that kind of dude who's big on investing in his woman. And look, I can respect it. I can dig a man that stands beside his woman and, you know, pushes her vision like it's his own. You see how he coming for Clarissa Shields. That type of loyalty don't come easy, but let's be real. Loyalty without leverage is just blind devotion. If you're not positioning yourself like you're top notch and got some business about yourself, then all that support start looking like you trying to earn your spot in her life instead of owning your presence. She not gonna see what you did for her to help her get where she is. A real woman will see that sacrifice, but unfortunately, it's not a lot of real women, and that's where dudes like Papoose fall short. It's easy for a woman like Remy Ma, who, let's not act brand new, been giving off thought energy for years. For years, she been giving out thought energy. Moving how she want to move because there's no structure, no standard being forced. And you proving it. When you don't have clear boundaries and self-respect at the top of your playbook, you make it easy for a woman to confuse your support with submission. You can't be the foundation if she sees you as furniture. All that I'm okay with it. All that I'm okay with it talk, that's not confidence, that's compliance. Especially hyper masculine or attention seeking ones. They don't respond to compliance with love. They respond with control, because if she feel like she running the house, she'll start treating you like the help. She treating you like the helpmate when she's supposed to be the helpmate. And see, Remy Ma, she a street certified woman who done time, made records, moved with men who demand respect, and yet she got a man who let her sleep in a room with a prison friend that ain't just odd, that's permission granted. You're part of the problem. That's probably why he don't feel too bad about, the whole situation. He just moved on, like, he already knew what it was with her.
With this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them.
Hold on, wait, what? Hold on, wait, no, I gotta
ended up
that,
catching it. With this individual in our house, things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth. So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it. Now, this individual is a female. So I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I didn't put my hands on her because I'm not going to do that. I don't hit women. But I told her to get out.
Yeah, Remy Ma is a disgusting individual. While your baby in the bed, you in bed with another woman, and your baby in bed with you, and y'all getting busy. Y'all scissor tapping. You scissor tapping with this baby in the bed. Oh my God, Remy Ma she gotta have the Thought of the Year award or something. Y'all gotta grant her the Thought of the Year award. The Pass Around Patty Year award. She gotta get the reward. She got to. And I don't think Papoose lying. Like, you can tell when somebody lying or they may have some. No, he really saying what it is, and he's saying a lot of shit that a lot of people already been thinking about about their whole situation.
I said, get the out, because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blamed me. Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Was that?
Yeah, see, these are the worst kind of people. The ones who lie, even when they're caught in the act. No shame, no accountability. Just lies on top of lies, as if reality supposed to bend to their delusion. Remy Ma, you got caught in the bed with your prison buddy in front of this man's daughter. Like, what the, and you still had the nerve to lie about it? You think you slick? You think you some type of manipulative mastermind? No, you're dangerous. Stay away from people like this, y'all, because it takes a different level of dysfunction to get caught red-handed and still lie with a straight face. That's not just disrespect, it's psychological warfare. That's not someone who made a mistake. That's someone who practices deception. Let's be clear. People like this are manipulators. They gaslight, they flip the script. They'll have you second guessing what you saw with your own eyes. You ever met somebody that will lie so confidently? I know many folks like this. They are despicable creatures walking among this earth. They will make you feel guilty for calling it out. And that's what you're dealing with here. That's not just toxic, that's demonic, low vibrational energy, many things. People like that don't belong in loving relationships. They belong in isolation, far away from people with morals, goals, or children, because their presence contaminates everything. You don't heal around people like that. You deteriorate. And Papoose, my brother, you tried. You stayed loyal. But understand this. Loyalty to a liar is self-destruction in slow motion. You can't build with someone who burns the blueprint and then lies about why the house is on fire. No, man. So for the culture, for the men that's holding it down, and for that little girl who saw more than she ever should have, condemn them kind of that behavior, because it's mad crazy out here. Like, it's mad crazy. You don't reward dishonor with more patience. You walk away and let public property return to the streets.
Diagnosed with it. So ever since I caught that, she resented me. She had a lot of animosity towards me because I knew the truth. When you find out the truth about a person, they will despise you. I want y'all to know that. So for her to have me shake a dude's hand and sleep with him, it was nothing after that, because she had it all against me. She had all the animosity in the world against me. Why? Because she knows I know the truth. And it's not even something that I judge. Like I said, I don't judge nobody who lived that lifestyle. I do think it was very disgusting that it took place in the house while my daughter was in the bed.
Fucking right, it was disgusting.
I thought that was very disgusting. And I'm telling y'all this because I know a lot of people think, damn, what Pat did, what he did, he must have did something. In the normal world, with logical people, civilized people, yes, not with her. So that whole rant about, oh, if a person has everything, a good husband, supportive, and this, that, and the third, and supports you financially, why would they cheat? Because that's you. You're ungrateful. You're a backstabber. So a normal person, yes, that would be true, but not with you. Don't play that card. Don't play that card. Like I said, she's currently angry at her whole family because they still love me and we still speak. She doesn't speak to nobody in my family. From day one, she's been rude to my whole family. She's my mother, disrespectful to everybody. Her family, love them like they my family to this day. And they will tell you that. And I'm saying that because I'm a stand on the fact that being honest, they're going to verify that. Never denied them anything, always supported. They ain't never see me disrespect her, violate her, or nothing in no shape, form, or fashion. So if I'm all of this that you claim I am, how your family still love me? But my family, you never showed love to nobody in my family. But now you want to try to exploit my son because you think that's something that I'm ashamed of? I'm not ashamed of anything. I'm not ashamed of my son. You can look down my page and you'll see.
Yeah, man. Such a crazy story Papoose just laid out on the table for us. This was, just something entertaining to do, to just touch on this subject. I wanted to provide some of my insight and what I think about, the whole situation. I've had, people for years say I needed to start, putting out information on YouTube because a lot of the information that I put out winds up being right. So I could create videos that can go down in history. So I just wanted to, give my insight and what I think about their situation, what I think about, Remy Ma and how she's the pass around Patty. We got to stop the simping and the tricking. The simping and the tricking, fellas, we got to stop it. You have to be able to lead them in the right direction. And unfortunately, some women are just unleadable. And if she's unleadable, then she's useless.